I lost over $7,000 before I made a single penny from trading through prop firms. I had spent over $7,000 on evaluations, and once I actually got funded, it took me 2 weeks to recoup all that money. Now, the $7,000 that I lost was over the span of probably about 2 years, a little bit under 2 years. And my lesson, or what I want the message to you to be, is just to really understand that it is a process. And it might seem dark right now, it might seem tough, it might seem difficult, but things can change in the blink of an eye. Like, quite literally, I was over $7,000 just in prop firm evaluations alone in negative, and then all it took was two payouts to earn all of that back. Those two payouts came in the span of 10 days. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's not difficult, because it is, but it can definitely change in the matter of. It can feel like seconds as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do and you actually lock in and focus. Now, for me, what I have learned just through myself, my biggest, reasons for losing accounts and just blowing up will be the taking bad setups, number one, and number two is my risk management. Those are the two reasons that I lose my accounts. Those are the two reasons that I would fail at evaluations or whatever the case may be, because I would add too much risk. My losses would pile up quick. And then I'm not taking the best quality setups that I know that I should. Um, And just with that being said, I really want you to reflect on yourself, because I wouldn't know none of this without doing self reflection. Like, I wouldn't know any of this without actually really looking at myself, stepping outside my own view and really understanding where the issues were going wrong at. Where why I was making these same mistakes, why I kept losing, why I kept blowing accounts, because it gets to a point like you can only spend but so much money till you're like drained, right? And so for me, before I got my first payout, I was close to rock bottom in a way, just mentally and financially, just how I was feeling about everything. Like, dang, it's been so long. I still keep failing. I keep, I just, it seems like I just can't get it. Um, and by this point, prior to me earning my first payout, I was easily passing evaluations. I was getting to the XFAs very easily, very quickly. Like, it wouldn't take me long to pass prop challenges. Like, so I knew that I was in the right direction, because prior to this, I could not pass an evaluation for the life of me. Like, it probably took me over a year, over a year and a half of trading just to pass my first prop firm evaluation. Like, and then another probably like 6 to 8 months after that till I actually got a payout. Um, it's like that just goes to show. And there's people that do it a lot faster. There's people that have started trading and gotten paid out, passed evaluations in less than a year. Um, it just shows how much we self sabotage ourselves and how much we can be on our own way. Because I was constantly over I was constantly over leveraging. I was constantly going on to. I was constantly managing my risk improperly. Like, just doing all stuff I knew I shouldn't have. I was constantly taking bad setups, and by the time the day would be done, I would either still have my account, I would be in profit, or my account would be gone. There was literally no in between. By the end of the trading day, I'm either in profit or I don't have an account, because I couldn't take a loss for the life of me. I couldn't handle or just stomach taking a loss. Um, that was always something that I just couldn't do, and that just stems from my childhood and how I grew up, and I'm still improving on that. Like, I'm still not. I'm definitely getting better now, especially with Top Step. You can have the manual lockout. That's definitely been helping a lot, just to help stomach and understand that losses are going to come and that I can keep them managed. However, just me not being able to follow those simple things was the reason why I kept losing money and the reason why I kept blowing these accounts. And once I really looked at myself, I looked in the mirror, I figured out where the issues were lying. That's when I really decided to tackle them head on and attack them, which then resulted in me earning my first payout. Now, that whole little journey, like, it was literally it felt like I was close to rock bottom, and this is why I feel like if you don't have any faith in God or any type of higher power, I think that you should definitely get closer, because at this point in my life, I really felt like there was nothing else to it. I felt like this was all I had. I felt like this was my last chance to, earn the payout, to do what I had to do, because I had things coming up. I had stuff that had to get paid for. I was in debt at the time, like all of this stuff. And I was praying to God. Like I was really just focused and locked in. Sometimes they say that like we need the tough times. The tough times is what make us or break us, and this definitely I can attest to that. Like I walked with God. God was by my side. He helped me out, and I ended up earning my first payout. Now for you, whoever's watching this, if you're still struggling to get your first payout or whatever the case may be, whatever situation or position you might be in, I can tell you three things. For one, just keep faith. Put God first. Like have faith in God, because He can truly work miracles for you. And you may not even expect it. You might not even know it at the moment or at the time, but He is working behind closed doors. You just have to keep pushing and keep working. He will reward you. Tough times don't last. Tough people do, and that is a true fact. Like it's more lucrative. The success feels way better when you actually had to go through some type of hardship to get there. Like that's why the best views are always at the top of mountains. Like you gotta climb, you gotta put in pain, you gotta break a sweat to get to the top. And that's how life is. Like nothing that's worthwhile will come easy. So keep that faith in God. Like truly stand on that, truly believe that, because He will make it happen for you. As long as you're doing right by Him, do right by others, do right by yourself, it will come back to you times 10. For one. Number two, stay patient. I kept trying to rush the process, which is why I kept failing. Like just trying to be impatient, which also is part of, that goes hand in hand with over leveraging. You're impatient. You want to make money today. You want to make money this week. Forget the money. Disconnect from it. Forget, just the time frame aspect of it. Just forget all that. And just lock in on taking the right trades, doing what you know that you're supposed to do. Because the money will be a byproduct of you following your good decisions, following good habits, practicing everything that you're supposed to be practicing. That's when the money comes the most. That is when you will see the most money in abundance. When you're actually doing what you know you're supposed to be doing, and you disconnect from it and you're not focused on it and paying attention to, oh, I have to make this money today or else this is not like, no, forget about the money. And if you don't have any, find a way to get some in another way. It's a million legal ways out here to get money that you don't have to harm nobody, whatever the case may be. Like you can get money in so many different ways. You could get a job. If you don't want to get a job, do the Instacarts or DoorDash or sell clothes. Like do something. You can get money somehow. It is not impossible in this world. It's so many ways. We live in one of the best times of history to make money. Like if money's really the issue, find another way to make it. So yeah, that kind of like disconnect from the money, stay patient, and then you have to be your biggest critic. You have to be your biggest critic, and you have to be disciplined. Um, and when I say those two things, it's like because you have to really self-reflect. You have to understand where you're going right, where you're going wrong. Because in this game trading, we always preach about how we have no boss. We work for ourselves. We don't have to work for anybody, but we work for our like we say that we work for ourselves, but you really do. Like you are your own boss, because nobody else is going to tell you what you're doing right. Nobody's going to tell you what you're doing wrong. Nobody's going to tell you, okay, you do this and then follow this instruction. Like nobody's going to give you the blueprint but yourself. You have to actually reflect and really look like introspection, I think, if I'm using that correctly. You got to reflect on yourself though. Figure out what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong every day. You have to constantly be just working as kind of like how you have to really be reflecting on your mental, making sure that your mental's right every time you step into the charts, every time you're, taking trades or whatever the case may be, because without you being your own critic, without you being your own boss and really looking out for yourself, no one else will. Nobody else has your best interest, especially when it comes to trading like you do. And we can also be our biggest downfalls if we don't stay disciplined. Following your rules, staying patient, all this stuff ties in. It is not hard to pass a profit count and earn a payout. All you have to do is disconnect from the money and stay patient. Follow your rules. Like, it's very simple. For me, those are my biggest takeaways from it. Like, it took me over 2 years to really figure it out, to really start to see profit from it, to make anything back. But once you do, it will pay off times 10. Like, it literally, I made 2 years of losses in 10 days. Picture that. You see how, like, that is a pretty fast turnaround if you ask me. Like, but I had to keep my head down. I had to continue to work. I had to continue to strive, continue to just stay optimistic and stay disciplined, stay persistent. You have to do all of these things, because if you don't, then they won't come. It's not gonna be easy. Nothing in life is. So really, just stay patient. Know what you have to do. Know what you do right. Know what you do wrong. And make those improvements. Make those changes for yourself, because nobody else has you like you do. Touching back on it, how we, as traders, we are our own bosses. So nobody else is gonna hold you accountable but yourself. Only God knows what only you and God know at the end of the day. The real truth. Can't lie to him, can't lie to yourself. And if you try to lie to yourself, he's gonna put that guilt on you. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna know that you're lying to yourself. So trust yourself, trust God, trust the process. Stay patient, stay disciplined, stay optimistic, stay persistent. Do all of those things and it's gonna come to you. I promise you that. It's that simple. Just do that. You will get there. So yeah, and there's honestly no chart work today. I just had the chart up because I just had it up. I wanted to use it as like a little background, I guess. But hope y'all could have learned something today, though, man. I hope y'all can gain anything from what I'm saying. And if you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to see next. And yeah, man, I hope that the audio has been better. I did invest a little bit into the audio quality, getting new microphones and all that. So I hope it's been better for y'all. And leave some feedback. Yeah, I appreciate you for watching. Thank you so much. Love you. Peace out.